What's going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here, and I'm coming to you with another live video. This is going to be my live haul, and essentially, if you're watching it after the fact, it's not live, but if you are catching it live, you can check it out on the right side. There is a column where you can put remarks, whatever you want to, and we can talk appropriately. So one of the very first things that I'm going to do before I show you this haul, which is like an interesting garage sale haul that's going to find its way to eBay and Amazon and a couple other places. But what's really interesting about this haul is that I mean, you're gonna learn a lot from it, right? So anyway, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I am talking through a microphone that's on the camera, so if you can hear me, that's good. If you can't hear me, I need to put on the headset thing. But if I put on the headset thing, then it's gonna be tough for me to kind of like go around and like pick things up. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear me very well. If you guys can hear, just type it in real quick, and I will proceed along with the show. What's up, Hoobie the Real? What's up, AZ Mick? Miggity Mike? Sounds good. Okay, so I'm glad to have subscribers that actually help me out just straight up and let me know that I sound good. Okay, so in no particular order, I'll kind of just start it off because there's so many interesting finds in this kind of pile that I got. And you might be thinking, it could be, honestly, it's looking like it's going to be like last Saturday when I went out, I'm thinking it's probably like a $500 to a $700 day, and you're going to see why. So one of the very first things, well, the very first thing that I found, which will coincidentally be one of the last things that I show you guys, is really cool and it's sitting up there. But anyways, and it's really large. So one of the first things that I popped on, I think this was $5 at a garage sale. Maybe it might have been 10 actually. No, this was 10. So this is an HCI helmet. It's DOT certified, all that kind of stuff. It's mostly meant for scooters. You can think like Vespas, or you can think cafe racer type stuff. It's got a clear shield, yes, with some scratches. They're all going to have a little bit of scratches. I can take some Barkeeper's Friend and get some of this other random stuff out of there. But this is an HCI helmet. It would have been really good if it was like the Italian colors and everything. But outside of that, this should be pretty easy to sell on eBay for around 40 to 60 bucks. May consider selling it locally as well. Look for helmets, especially cafe racers / scooter style helmets like this. Very important. All right, I wanted to show you guys something that I paid up for, okay? But I've done too many of these things, so I know. So I paid 20 bucks for these things, all right? These are rock climbing shoes, and while there's nothing really special about them, they're pretty standard issue. The fact that they had tags, so they are new with tags. The tags are kind of like crumpled up, but still doesn't matter. You know, when I place these on eBay, I believe I'll be able to get somewhere between 60 and 75 bucks for these. So, you know, 20 bucks is going to be returned back. I'll probably walk with like a solid 25 in cash. They should be able to fit in a padded flat rate poly, okay? So that's kind of like my thinking right there. They are going to be over 16 ounces, I'm pretty sure, so it won't be a first class kind of thing, but it will be a padded poly rate mailer, okay? So 20 bucks, I know I paid up, but you can tell that they've never been used, and the lady was like, I never used them. You can see the edges of them and everything, especially up to here. I mean, everything's really defined. And the more defined that you find it like this when it comes to a rock climbing shoe, the newer it is. But I can tell that these have not been used. So now while we're on the subject of outdoor stuff, I'll show you guys this thing. I think I paid 11 for this, but I bought something else with this. I can't remember what it was. So a cool jacket. This is really not a cool jacket, but an actual cool, K-U-H-L, Born in the Mountains jacket. Okay, Born in the Mountains, I said that. It's kind of like Just Do It with Nike. Cool has a slogan that just says Born in the Mountains. All right, so yeah, that's what it is right there. Extra large. This type of jacket, it's like a soft, not even a soft shell, it's just a normal, like a dust jacket kind of thing, like you would wear it around, and it's not like waxed cotton or canvas or anything like that. So if it starts raining, it will seep through. But they also have other ones that are kind of light like this, that have hoods, stowable hoods, that will be a little bit more water repellent. This is just a light jacket that you would put on, you know, maybe not a little off-roading kind of thing, or hiking. But yeah, heavily stitched. We have 3 stitches along the shoulder line here, 3 around the arms, 3 all the way down here. I mean, this thing's like over stitched. And that's what cool is known for. So Born in the Mountains, I mean, yeah, once you get a cool garment, you're likely to probably have it for a very long time. It's kind of like Carhartt. And I believe I can get about 50 to 70 bucks for this guy right here, no problem. Paid 10. So that was a pretty good score right there. That's going to eBay. Awesome. All right, let me put it back where it needs to be. Okay, So kind of show you some random. I went to a garage sale. I think I spent, let me go get my garage sale book out real quick. 1 second. Oh man, one of my phones just hit the floor. So I have a receipt book right here, garage sale receipt book. Let me get this fine that went on the floor. Okay. So if you guys don't know, I do this. I was riding along with a green room member, and this is something that my tax professional advised me to do, is to have a receipt book for all the garage sales that you go to and itemize what you buy. Very important. So when it comes down to tracking or putting this in a Google sheet afterwards, or trying to figure out what I paid for something, when it sells, this is really important to have. And if you go to garage sales as much as I do, you're going to need a way to track it. So one of the questions is, what do you put onto the book? I put the date, I put the street, I put what I bought, and then I put the amount that I paid for it. Okay, and I itemize, like in this one section, I put the total of what I paid here on the column, and then I put in the middle. Do I put, one of the questions I get is, do I ever give people receipts or anything like that? No, I don't. Do I have anyone sign anything? I don't. But when it comes down to tax purposes and IRS purposes, you're going to need some sort of proof, a ledger, some sort of system, right? If you want to prove some of your cost of goods. And that's where this comes through. So anyway, yes, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, Vincent Griziani, hustling seasons on steroids. I don't know if that's a compliment or whatever. Anyway, I don't ever take that kind of stuff. I do my stuff naturally. I am a natural lifter. I have decent genetics. I don't have the best, but I treat fitness very, very seriously. So anyway, let's get back to this right here. Okay, now I want to talk about, let me get these things together, because I want to show you what I found at this one garage sale. Let's see if I can lot it up exactly how I found it. There's a bunch of cool stuff here, and you guys are going to learn a lot. So let me make sure I can get it all ready for you. Let me make sure I put everything together. Okay, this one goes here. You guys are going to, for the ladies in the chat, you guys are going to flip out when you see this one thing. Okay, so a tray, the thing. Okay, this thing right here. All right. See, this is the bonus when you actually itemize things. You can figure out exactly where you've been and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here it is. I have it all together. You guys ready? Jennifer M. I know I'm cutting. I was at 11.5 body fat last week. I posted all that in the Green Room Life page. But anyways, okay. So let's talk about this one haul that I have here. I paid $13 for everything. Okay, 13 bucks. So just think about it like that. I'm gonna talk. Just remember, $13 for everything. I'm about to show you this immediate, 5 minutes that we'll talk about it. Okay, so one of the first things, these things right here. These are important. If you're a workout kind of person, you'd be surprised how expensive a stopwatch is. Like, did you just go to a sporting goods store or whatever? A stopwatch is gonna run you like 10 bucks minimum. So is there such a thing as a cheap stopwatch? Yes, but they somehow are never like $1 or $2, unless you find them at garage sales or thrift stores. So garage sale, 2 stopwatches, this is good. One of these I'm going to attach to my gym bag. The other one I'm going to put somewhere in the gym, just really close to like my bench rack or something, maybe even Velcro it. But I think these are going to take CR2032 batteries, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty easy to find disc batteries. You can even order them on bulk. But a good stopwatch is awesome to have. That way you can time the rest between your sets. You can time, intervals. You can time all kinds of things, and it's really, really important. So, if you ever come across a stopwatch and you are fitness inclined, think twice before you sell it, honestly. And if you think like, well, isn't that what a cell phone's for? Yes, but then when a cell phone is on for that long, you just drain your batteries, and it's really annoying. So having a stopwatch is really awesome because you don't have to ever mess with your cell phone battery. All right, so I got that. I got also 2 of these. Now, the actual, what's interesting about this, and I might, I don't know about, I need some of these for snowboarding. I'm going to show you these 2 things right here. These are just Motorola FR50. These are really good for just overlanding, off-roading, camping, hiking, and snowboarding and ski-related things. You just put one of these in your jackets. Now, they do make them a little bit smaller than this, but these are the ones that take batteries. Some of the other ones, like you have to charge them in cradles and stuff, and it gets kind of annoying. But these take normal batteries, so if something just doesn't work, you just put new batteries in it. And that's pretty much it. So they're just walkie-talkies. Kind of a good thing to have handy if you ever find a pair that's like dirt cheap. Remember, I paid $13 for everything here. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not seeing much money yet, Bonafide. Like, come on, show me the money. I'm about to show you the money, but I'm just showing you all the stuff that I did decide to also pop on for personal stuff. Now, let's get into something that's interesting. That's part of the $13 find. If you guys are having fun on this show, by the way, I want you to hit the like button. Man, there's one dislike here. Look at this. One person is not having fun. Oh my gosh. One person is not cutting. One person does not care about these finds. You know what I do? When it comes to a time like that and one person doesn't like the show, I'm going to give you guys 100 more reasons to actually hit the like button, even more. Here, you guys are looking at all these stuff, all the things that I'm finding, right? But bread and butter items are so important. You want to make reliable, good money from garage sales and thrift stores, you have to get this guide. It's the first link down below. Yes, it puts you on our Green Room University email list, which there's a ton of content there as well. And hopefully one day we can win you as a member, you know? And you can get some pretty sweet sales from that list as well. So if you ever consider joining the Green Room, that place is, or that first link will put you on the email list, which will, you know, you might get a sale or two here or there that is never around the internet. So think about it. Okay, so, but yeah, bread and butter items are so important. But what we're looking at here, some of it's bread and butter, but a lot of it's kind of weird. So that's the reason why I made this video. Interesting, right? Interesting garage sale finds. So here's one of the $13 finds right here. Roaring 20 Speakeasy Open. It's a mirror. You guys can see yourself. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the background. You can see yourself in the mirror. So, yeah, the Roaring 20s. I thought this was pretty good. In my booth, I don't know, probably like 30 bucks. Pretty quick, right? 30 bucks. Not bad. My booth's really interesting. Like I can sell all kinds of crazy stuff in my booth. I think the elk antlers from the previous video just sold. I think I got like 36 or something for the elk antlers. What else just sold from the other video? That's just random stuff. So I like putting weird things, and mirrors always do well in booths. Like it could be whiskey related, beer related, oil related. Mirrors are just cool. So that was a pretty decent one. The crazy part about it is the backing has some like Japanese Chinese letters or something like that. And also I think it has been in a booth at some point because it says number 55, 750, which is crazy. I should probably look at the back to make sure there's no like hidden money or something, you know, because knowing my luck, like someone will buy this thing and it'll be like 500 bucks in the back. So, but I thought that was pretty cool. What do you guys think? Like it? I think it's pretty beautiful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoever put the beautiful comment, yeah, you're cool. Heather Reynolds. Oh, I've seen you before. Okay, so that was one of the things for 13 bucks. How many ladies do I have in the feed, by the way? Do I have a lot of ladies? If you're a lady in the feed, whether young or old or whatever, and happy Mother's Day if you're a mother, type in lady in the feed right now because I'm going to show you something really cool. When I was leaving the garage sale, and I was there with a Green Room member, and I picked up this, right? And that's just because I was like, in the off chances there's actually single malt Scotch whiskey in this thing, I'm just going to hit the jackpot of the garage sale. Now you might be thinking, you can't sell alcohol garage sales. Trust me, you can. Like in Texas, for some reason, there's some weird stuff in garage sales, really weird stuff. I had a Bloody Mary like 2 weeks ago at a garage sale. What else did I have? Bought cigars at a garage sale not too long ago. So anyway, you know, you just never know. So I was like, what's in the, you know, I went like this and I was like, what's in here? And I looked at the lady and she goes, oh, just a bunch of Zippos. And I was like, oh. And I was like, without touching it, I put it down and I was like, well, how much do you think you want for everything that's in there? And she goes, I don't know, $2. And I said yes immediately. I didn't even open it, okay? But I said $2 because with the weight and the shake, and I was like, all right. Now keep in mind, I gave 2 of these to the Green Room member that was in the car with me. So I'll show you the lighters that came in here. There's a bunch of other random stupid things in here too. But the lighters are pretty much worth it. There's some matchbooks and stuff, but let's not talk about that. There's some mints. Some mints. Yeah, we don't need those. But I gave him 2 of the lighters, right? One of them was, oh, I don't know. Anyway, so these are all Zippos right here. We have a, you know, normal kind of silver one right here. It doesn't have any 925 stamping or anything like that, so I don't think it's real silver, but it's a silver color. We have Zippo on the bottom. Sparks. That's good. I'll go my booth somewhere between 10 and 30 bucks. We have a normal bronze one right here that was usually given out with the Marlboro cigarettes back in like the early 2000s, right? If you were walking the street by like in a party district of town, the Marlboro people would come up and scan your driver's license and be like, all right, you're of age to have cigarettes, and here's your, you know, here's your prize for stopping and giving us your, you know, information. They gave you an actual Zippo. I used to work for the company, so I know. And then this one right here, which I suspect is a Zippo. It's a Sailor Jerry like edition. I mean, it sounds the same. Everything sounds the same. I'm still looking for the Zippo, like, you know, stuff. But this is a 2007 Sailor Jerry limited edition lighter. Speculate that it is Zippo. So we'll see about that. But that was in there as well. Yes, and if you do want to see, so someone's saying, Marco is saying Marlboro Zippos. Yeah, so there are Zippos that were meant for the Marlboro company. They're the bronze ones, and then there's certain ones with like the steer antlers and everything like that that came with the miles catalog. Like if you had just barely any miles to turn in, couldn't afford the bag or the race car trips or the trip to the ranch, then at least you can get some of this like smaller swag, which was like shirts and keychains and Marlboro Zippos. So some of those are actually branded Marlboro. You can check them out on eBay. Marlboro Zippos are pretty cool. Definitely a bolo. So we have ladies in the feed. DQ is in the feed. We have Grace Villafuerte. We have Clarion Clutter for Clarity, Keisha Swafford, Catherine Thompson, Spill the Wines Finds. We have Southern Draw Gal, Sherry Sanders. All right, so I want to show you something, and you let me know whether this was a good thing to put in the $13, buy. And it's a little faded, but I don't care. Like, this was awesome. Even the guy that was with me was like, hey, you should take this for your booth. We were like splitting things all day. He's like, you take this for your booth, I'll take this for my booth. I gave him like a Sierra Nevada beer mirror and everything, and he was like finding stuff for me. And that's what it's all about. Like, you would think it's like, oh, it's just a one big competition. Like, you get in Bonafide House or Spaceship, it's just going to be one big competition. And no, like, you come in my spaceship, you're part of the green room, or even not part of the green room. Like, we're just gonna like have fun and split things and stuff. Now, if you come into my spaceship and you're a complete newbie, then I'm gonna do all the hustling and show you what I do. But I'm always about being fair. It's really important. Like, I don't care about the competition in town. Everyone finds something. I like to think that I have just a certain eye for things, and I buy what I want to buy. So this one is in 1983. You guys ready? This thing's crazy. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So this is, first of all, here's your first hint. Right? No, it's not a satellite dish, right? But it's a tray, all right? A tray to count your money on, possibly. Count your cheddar, probably. But how sweet is this? That was pretty cool, man. I'm glad my little green room member decided to give this to me. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes, a Rainbow Bright little snack tray or breakfast tray or whatever tray you want. That's pretty cool. It's a TV tray. Yeah, I thought that was cool. This is like the TVs back in the day that like had like antennas, right? There was like no cable. There was like antennas and like actual type in the actual channel you wanted to go to on the keypad of the remote. Like all kinds of weird things in the 80s. Rainbow Bright. I thought it was pretty cool, right? So anyway, this is my booth. Since there's just that interesting color to it and all, it's a TV tray. Thinking 27 to about 47 bucks, something like that in the booth. I thought this, yeah, it is adorable. It is pretty cool. So Rainbow Bright tray, I thought it was good. Now, if you're thinking, okay, for 13 bucks, like that's pretty decent, but you could do better than that. And I did. So this was sitting in this like bin full of all these little bastards, right? This was at the bottom of it. Just check the price. It's 120K rank in whatever office products or something like that. I know it works because I just pressed buttons and it's already on. So here we are. It's working. So a digital recorder. I gotta put another battery in it, but it barely works. But this battery is kind of dead. Anyway, here we go. Olympus, the small digital. How do I say it? Solid state memory. We're not talking about tape anymore. This is a solid state handheld recorder, right? It is awesome. Anytime you see these like super small and they're metallic like this, this one's in great condition. Takes one AA battery. I mean, super efficient, or one AAA battery. Sorry. Very easy to operate. Very easy to erase all the stuff from it before you send it off to Amazon. Not restricted in this. $130 the check value. Once it sells, it's around $130 is what they pay me after fees. I thought that was pretty good. So there. Yes, I thought that was awesome. So anyway, that was that one. Put it all back in there, and then we'll go over some other finds. If you're liking this video, if you like the finds and you're learning some things, please hit the like button. Very, very important. Do me a favor. Also, get the first link down below. That will get you that guide for free. It's a PDF. Goes right to your phone. You don't have to wait or anything like that. All right. At a garage sale towards the end of the day, spent $5 on this. I also bought some cat food, which was freaking great because my cat was running out of food, and I didn't want to go to Costco on the weekends. That's aside the fact. I picked up this for $5. I did a blind buy because it's Roland. It's an adapter. It's got barcodes on it. I open it up, and it's sealed. I do a blind buy. Blind buy means no research, nothing. Play on your intuitions, play a hunch. This is yielding $26 or so. Number 7 rank. All right, so that will be gone the day that it checks in. That'll be out of here. So I thought that was pretty good. What else? Oh yeah, there was a Pro Snap shirt that I also got with that Rainbow Bright stuff. Here it is. So short sleeve Pro Snap shirt, good for my booth, around $14 to $18. Went to a garage sale earlier in the day. I picked up this and this. I'll kind of show you here. It's kind of heavy. You know what? Tomorrow's biceps day, and I want to get a little appetizer right now. For my biceps. The stupid case is in the way. Hold on. Let's see if I can show this to you. So this is a Cuisinart. Let me even see if I'm restricted in this thing now, because the last time I sold one of these, I wasn't. So Cuisinart Keurig, right? That's what I have down here. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, it's a gray, it's a little bit more futuristic looking Keurig. I think it's an SS10 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so, or it could be an SS700. Let me take a look real quick. So this is kind of like live. I bought this thing for really cheap, like $6. The lady's like, yeah, works perfect. Okay, so here we go. It's a Cuisinart, right? It's a nice big water tank, Keurig, Cuisinart Keurig, whatever. You can also do real coffee in this. It has two different, two different like cups that come with it. This one's an SS700. All right, so this is the 700 model. Now that we've seen it, right? One of the most important part about the 700 model is check it, and you should have 2 of these cups. Here's one of them. The other one's always right here, right? And it should have also a scooper thing, which is down there, a little tiny little like scoop looking thing. Do you want to make sure that the tank has the filter in it? So I'll show you that real quick. Here's a Keurig tank. This goes for like B70s, B60s, all those. This is the tank. The filter is going to be in this little thing right here. It's a charcoal filter. Snaps right into place down there. And you put the cover on it. Make sure it's not cracked in any way before you send it in. This one looks mint. And then you line it up with a little water thing right there. And then you press it down. If you do it all right, it should fit into place. And that's pretty much it. Your test is basically, you don't have to have any coffee or anything like that. You just turn it on, put water in the tank, switch it on. It'll stay ready at a certain time. You press whatever cup size you want. And then, assuming you have the drip tray and everything, which this one does, you hit the button and boiling water should just come right out, right? Doesn't matter if there's coffee or not, the boiling water will just filter through the coffee. You don't need to have coffee to test this out. As long as the water comes out piping hot reliably, that is good. So that's how you test them. So what is this? SS700. Just to do a little bit of live stuff right here, looking it up. An SS700 is, I could sell it in used condition. It's going to yield 95.77. It's 59.571 in kitchen, 4 out of 5 stars. So that is a pretty good score for $6. You kind of see how my mind is talking right there, or thinking. That's what I'm thinking, like $6 going to at least 100 or so. That's what I remember my last one. My last one sold for like 119 actually, but I guess since then it's dropped in the rank a little bit. Before I go to the next find, part of that $13 find also was Tetris. I had to rescue it. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't think I have it. It doesn't matter. I had to rescue it. Anytime I see an 8-bit Nintendo cartridge, I'm going to pick it up. It doesn't really matter what the hell it is. Like, I just rescue it because this stuff is just, hard to find now. Okay, this is easy to find, but like, you know what I'm saying. The supply of cartridges is getting smaller and smaller every single year. So, and I don't care if the NES Classic came out or whatever. Like, I rescue these things because I grew up in the 80s, and it's fun to have the real thing. It really is. Okay. Now I won't show you guys all of this next find, but I'll show you the important parts of it. Like I said, if you enjoy this video, you got to hit the like button. Okay, it's so important. And let me hold on. So this is the next thing. Take a guess on what it is. It's pretty obvious if you know it, if you kind of know things. But clearing clutter for clarity. Like, holler if you love Tetris. Tetris is such a good game. Did you ever play it like at Sears or those department stores that actually had the Tetris like set up with the controllers right on the TV, and you could play it with your friend? It was a 2-player kind of thing. Oh man, it was the best. It's so fun. Let me read some comments here. Grace Villafuerte regarding that Rainbow Bright tray says, my 8-year-old self would have wanted that to eat my chicken pot pie while watching Knight Rider. Yes, I'm telling you, vintage things have such a good following. If you have a booth, you don't even have to have a booth to cash in on the vintage retro craze. I mean, you could just put it right on eBay. But rainbow bright tray, all that kind of stuff, you know, retro lighters, it just reminds people of their childhood. So if you can take someone back and not like completely like charge up the wazoo for it, you know, somewhat affordable, people are going to buy those things. So you might be thinking like, oh, no one's going to buy that tray for 30 bucks. Watch. In my booth, I can get that thing sold for probably 30 or more. So what is this thing right here? No one's actually, okay, I was like to say, man, yeah, Justin Hawthorne got it. Clearing Clutter for Clarity got it as well. So this is a piece of a hookah, right? Which is AKA a water pipe. So this one's pretty heavy, but that doesn't really matter because hookahs are kind of like universally like, okay, they're cool. It's got a little peacock on the top or some sort of a bird, maybe not a peacock, but something. If you don't know how to put a hookah together, then you probably don't want to get into it. They're pretty easy to mess around with. I find that sometimes the more hookah spouts that there are, the more hose fittings that there are, hose spouts, the tougher it is to get a really good pull of the smoke. So if you get a single one, like I prefer having a single one with a spinning base. I actually have one. We fire it up about once or twice a year. A lot of times when the parents are in town, don't know why. But a good hookah usually will have a spinning base, a good, nice seal, right? To where when you pull or you inhale or you drag off the hose, it really transfers down to the actual pipe. Like sometimes if you have not a good fitting or something like that, or the rubber's all effed up, then it's not going to seal right, and then it's not going to drag right, and it's not going to do a lot of things right. It might look cool, but trust me, I've come across some really cool looking hookahs that have like 4, sometimes 5 of these little things on it, and 5 hoses coming out. It's all ornate and badass looking, and it's like nearly impossible to get a good drag off of it because there's just too many factors. So that's the reason why I like a single hose hookah, is because you're limiting how many things can go wrong or how many seals can be leaky. So this is a 3-hose hookah. The hoses are down here. Here's the base right here. It doesn't spin, which is definitely not a good thing. Like I like having spinning bases, so that way this thing can spin to the next person, you know. But usually you'll find spinning bases on more of the single ones, right? Because when you're passing around a hose, then you really do want this thing to spin around. But I guess this one can hose out to a bunch of people, and it doesn't have to spin. Has all the stuff with it. Do I need to test it out? I probably will test it out just for the hell of it. I'm thinking probably like a local $50 sale or something like that. Maybe more. Silence that. So that's a hookah right there. Kind of summarize. It's a crane. Yeah, it's a crane. Sorry. Cynthia Roberts, what happened to my question? I don't know where your question is, and let me look for it. Don't know. Okay, ask your question again, and maybe I'll answer it. So it's a crane. Yeah, sorry, it's not a peacock. It's a crane. Okay, so let's get to the very last thing I want to show you guys. And I'm looking around because I want to make sure I didn't like miss something here. I don't think I did, but I could have. You know, every time I do a show like this, I always miss something. I always do. There's always something else that's like in some part of my house that I forget to show you guys. So let me show you this last thing, okay, which happened to be one of the very first finds of the day. I spent 30, I want to say, on this thing, maybe more. It could have been 40. I can't remember anymore. Oh, it's actually in the book here. Okay, so with the HCI helmet and this, I spent 45 bucks. So this was 35. So I was close. $35. Let me make sure I showed you everything too. Oh, I didn't show you this. This is the good thing about having an itemized receipt book. See, now I can actually show you guys like everything I found. This was along with the Keurig for $16. So I paid 10 bucks for this, for the semi-novelty factor of it, but I'll probably just resell it anyway. An REI dog dome tent. I'm thinking probably I could sell this thing for like 40 or 50 bucks. It's a true REI product. It was only built inside. The person said never built it outside. It's never used. So essentially a tent is used for camping, outdoors, This was never used outdoors. It was just built inside. That was it. So here we go. It's a dog tent, right? Let me take this off. There we go. A dog tent. No, am I like the person at the garage sale, like looking through it and like making sure everything's all complete? Not really, because 10 bucks is not like a terrible amount of money. And like, who's gonna fudge a dog tent? Like maybe a real tent, something's gonna be bent or something like that. But a dog tent, like who's gonna really like rip you off with a dog tent? Like probably nobody. So anyway, dog dome tent, thought that was pretty cool. I'm a dog guy. I got 3 dogs. I love them, and maybe we use it. I don't know. But if I can sell it for 50 bucks, I'm certainly going to sell it for 50 bucks or more. We'll see. So that's that. All right. So the last thing, like I said, 35 bucks. I want you to hit the like button. 99 people watching right now. All right. Thrifty Flipside says, Bonafide, are you tired? You look like you're about to fall asleep. So truth be told, I was on the lake yesterday and I was wakeboarding and I had a really pretty nasty wipeout. I was testing out this other board and I had a pretty nasty wipeout. I caught an edge at 21 miles an hour. And if you don't know what that feels like to catch an edge at 21 miles an hour and go straight into your face into the water at 21 miles an hour, it hurts and my whole body hurts. So yeah, that's not fun, and it doesn't even give you enough time to like close your eyes. Like I literally hit the water that fast. It was so fast. So yeah, it's just a miserable feeling. Like this morning when I woke up, I thought I was sick because I felt like I had the flu. Like my entire body just felt terrible. But I'm cruising through the day okay. I feel pretty good. I'm very sore, but a wipeout's a wipeout anyway you look at it. And then I forced myself to keep going on through the day, which I think most guys do that kind of stupid things. But anyway, let's talk about this last find. Are you guys ready for something? If you guys thought the tuna was awesome from like way back in the day, not way back in the day, like 3 weeks ago, I found something super cool. Now, the reason why I like this thing is because I like it in real life. Like every now and then when I'm on the lake, I see one of these things and I really enjoy looking at them. They're cool. I've always liked them. Even before being a boat owner, like I've always enjoyed these. I've never ridden in one. What do you guys think it is real quick? Before I show you, what do you guys think? Make sure you guys can't see any of this. So let me know. Let me know. What do you guys think I'm about to show you? Fillmore, thank you so much. I sound sick. All right, cool. Darren Eckelman, if you want to see things that I sold for good money, recently, I put most of that stuff in the room, honestly. Sometimes I do completed videos off my like eBay listings in the room as well. It just depends. 50 flip side, it's okay to make it relive it. A wipeout's a wipeout. It hurts. It's just part of the game. You can't get good at anything without getting injured or getting a return on eBay. Like you just don't get to advance without going backwards a little bit. Cynthia Roberts, do I ever feel bad about a deal I made? Not really. I don't feel like that's part of my game. I mean, it's part of the risk, but it's never part of the game because if you allow yourself to sit there and go, well, I'm not gonna, like right now, I am getting hit with a PayPal return for 70 bucks. I'm not kidding. I woke up to this. And it's a guy that wants to return something to me. There's no way he's going to win. But like he opened up a PayPal case on something that was $70 that was bought on January the 16th. 16th. And here's the kicker. You know how eBay is linked with PayPal. It was an eBay item that he gave me positive feedback on. What? Anyway, so that's something I'm not dealing with, but like PayPal is like, look, we got this under control. Don't worry about anything right now. So they don't need my input, but if they need my input, I am going to light this dude up. So anyway, yeah. So a tube, a fish radar, no. So like here's what I bought for 35 bucks. It's very unclear what this thing's going to sell for, but I had to actually, rescue it. Okay, so let's call it that term, rescue it. It's gonna have to go in a very weird long box. I don't like it, but I had to rescue it. You guys ready? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this thing? Oh God, isn't that beautiful? Tell me that's not beautiful. I mean, in every respect of the word beautiful. So a couple things, yes, steering wheel is missing on this thing. A couple little things and had a couple little cracks and stuff, but if you see it on a shelf, you would never know, okay? So if you see it on someone's shelf, like there's no way you would be able to pick it out. I thought this thing was super, super sick. And it's made of real wood. I mean, this is not BS. Like this is real wood. This is not like some junk. No, this is the real deal. I'm surprised no one got the actual like term. Like, come on, guys. You got to know. Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? There should be, there you go. Stephen Marshall got it. Chris Craft, that's right. Now, even though this is probably not, it's probably a Chris Craft like model of a Chris Craft. It's not the whiskey barrel back or anything like that, but it's so beautiful. And in fact, it's like pleather interior. I mean, look at this thing. See, there's some of the gear shifter's like loose on it. So there it is, but it is so beautiful. Like this thing is, oh my God. Knowing my luck, I'll sell it to someone and then there's like a pot stash underneath or something drug related. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be very careful. I should actually go through the boat and make sure there's no cash inside or some weird stuff before selling it. But I thought it was beautiful. I mean, we're talking seriously like lacquered, an amazing looking find. Now, it's not an RC boat. I thought it was, and I was like, oh my God, if that's an RC boat, that is going to be amazing. It's not. This is a fixed propeller. All right, both of these are fixed. The rudders are fixed. In fact, that feels like damn near copper or bronze. But yeah, I mean, it is a nice boat. So yes, Chris Craft, go check them out. You can see what Chris Crafts are going for. Not the models, but the actual boats. If you ever get to see them on the lake, they are some of the most beautiful things you'll ever see in your entire life when you see an actual wood boat going down the lake that is fully lacquered and shellacked, and it just looks so beautiful. So I thought it was cool. What do I think it'll sell for? Well, that's what you guys are here for, right? Why don't you tell me? So yeah, I thought this was a sick. I had to rescue it, right? And I'm going to take a $35 risk on it. Well, not really a $35 risk. Like if worst comes to worst, I mean, no one's ever. If I put this in the booth, I could probably get $100 for this. Like right now, it'll be gone in like a couple of days. There's just no way to survive that long. So I know for sure. Like even the person that sold it to me, and this is total BS. I know when people say this kind of stuff, you should always take it with a grain of salt. And my BS meter like went crazy as soon as I heard this. But the lady was like, "Yeah, my husband said it's worth about $740," and I was like, BS meter went up. But you know, the fact that it's somewhere in that high category, I don't think is BS though. So people are saying 200, 160, 150. I mean, it's pretty nice, an amazing model. Thought it was super sick. Yeah, and yes, my arm is getting kind of tired because it is kind of big, and that's exactly what she said. So. I'm gonna put this guy right here. Gotta be really careful with it. It's beautiful. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to see a true Chris Craft on the lake, I mean, go look at a Chris Craft show or something. Just go. It's worth it. I'll give you 20 is what Shag Dong says. Man, no, man, dude, you're so close to my asking price. So all right, so that's pretty much the haul. I don't think I got any other things. Like I said, I always forget something, but I do appreciate you guys like being positive, you know, being here in the feed, interacting with each other. I always like to think like I got like some of the best crew possible, like watching my videos. So do me a solid, do me a favor, and hit the like button for me. It's really important. Analytics, all that kind of stuff. And if there's something that you liked in this haul that you just want to talk more about, you know, put a comment. I can't get back to all my comments, but you know, I do read them. So anyway, I'm thinking, yeah. So someone's like, well, what do you think you're going to price it at? I'm in that 200 to 300 range, probably like somewhere around there. 300, buy it now or best offer, blah, blah, blah. But you can kind of see how like the shipping and the box is probably going to impact me in a negative way. But then again, it is a one-of-a-kind item. Like when I was searching on eBay for something even comparable, I couldn't find anything. So that's good. But that could also mean long tail, and it could also mean, you know, I don't know. It can mean a lot of things. It can mean people lowball the hell out of you for like the longest time ever. Like, just never know. So 200 to 300. That's right, Shag Donk. Smash the like button. And clearing clutter for clarity. If you send me an IG message, I don't know if I got it because anytime I'm on IG, I'm under my workout persona, which is the Bod Dam channel. So go check that out. But I usually don't put anything with the Bonafide Hustler thing at all. So anyway, and you can any of you guys out there want to like talk about some random stuff behind the scenes, you can hit me up on Bonafide Hustler Facebook. And I get a lot of messages through there, but I try to get back to people within a couple, you know, sometimes a day or two, or sometimes a week. So anyway, so Clearing Clutter for Clarity says, hey, Bonafide Hustler, thanks to you, I bought a pair of outdoor boots at a Thick Savers for 13, listed them Saturday. They sold Sunday morning for 35 plus shipping. Awesome. Could have probably sold for more, but it's okay. It's right. It's okay. And when you find the good ones, you'll know, and you'll know the price high, wait out a little bit. But usually hiking boots are kind of one of those things that if you have a really good pair, you know, a lot of people are going to talk you down a little bit. And then some people just pull the trigger really quick. That's just you know, to all the people that are saying it's a good stream. I'm going to do a little bit more detailed kind of stuff about this in about a couple weeks in the green room. So that's kind of like the plan, is to maybe wait for a couple weeks for some stuff to sell and then revisit some of these things in the green room in more detail. So if you want to check the green room out, it's the second link down below. But if you want something free from the green room, which is our site, and it's a Facebook group and all that kind of stuff, $200 a year or $49.95 a month, something like that. Like obviously the monthly is not the thing to do, but go check out the green room, second link down below. And if you want something free from us, the first link down below, it'll show you the bread and butter items that we've been hustling for like the past 1 or 2 years at garage sales, thrift stores. But yeah, this is definitely interesting finds. And this closes out the video. Thanks for watching it. I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler broadcast, which should be tomorrow. Take it easy. Goodbye.